Okay, this is me leaving Calcutta main station. It's 11 o'clock in the evening, and I'm pretty pleased to leave Calcutta, to be honest. Off to a place called Varanasi to see lots and lots of dead bodies being burned, floating in the river Ganges. There's going to be some interesting and most horrible stuff to see there, and I can't wait. Tell you what, inside those carriages there, that is a proper hardcore way to travel. I've done it in the daytime, but I tell you what, it's nearly midnight now. There is no way you'd get me in there for the night time. That's for younger people for sure. Okay, just about to cross the Ganges. On the right hand side is Varanasi. Varanasi station. I've been here 10 years ago, at the beginning of a very different adventure. Right, so here it is, the Ganges. I ain't seen any dead bodies yet, but over there on the right hand side, that's the unholy part, so nobody builds houses or wants to live on there. And on this side of the river, where all the crazy buildings are, and all the ghats, where people come down and wash themselves in the same water that people die in, is the holy side. It's a really holy place for the Hindus.
Very much into like a lazy.
Did he just say lazy? What does lazy mean? So 10 years ago, 11 years ago probably actually, I was here and Maria got her award for a photograph at this exact place. What is it called? Shivala Ghat. Right there, they're burning one body, and then to the left there's another one that's just about to be burned, and behind me there's another body all wrapped up in cloth. Crazy place. So I just walked past two dead bodies and one being burned. The legs were sticking out and the head was out the other end of the bonfire basically. And all of that life, all of those memories, that family, just in one pile of wood. Right, I'm in Varanasi, that's right here, and I can't make up my mind whether to go from Varanasi down to Goa, spend my last week or so drinking beer there and having a good time, or do I go on the way to another place filled with Kama Sutra stuff and check that out? Never been there, so that might be a good idea. And also over here there's a place where there's a very beautiful sandcastle. So I have to think about that today whilst I'm looking at dead bodies. So we got some dudes down there washing themselves clean in their holy river, and I don't think I would. Got some dudes here washing away their sins in the Ganges, getting good karma again. Okay, I'm zooming in on this because I can't really film any closer than this, but over there's a couple of fires burning, and on top of those fires there are bodies, human bodies. You can see it very clearly. It's quite horrible. Yeah, so straight after I just made that film, I walked a little bit further and there was a family, and they were all crying. Of course somebody's died that's close to them, but I don't think I want to film anymore that kind of stuff. It's really sad. Yeah, so I was thinking why I was shocked by the crying, but of course people are going to cry because they're really sad about these kind of things. If somebody's just died, it could have been their wife or something. But because of the public nature of all of the burning bodies and all of the death that's around Varanasi, it makes it more shocking when it's such a personal thing. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. So burning a body is a precise art. and before they burn the bodies, they actually weigh the exact amount of wood that's going to be required, depending on how big the person is that's being burned. And these are the scales right here, and there's some wood, but also depending on how rich the person is, depends on what kind of wood they get burned with. So, I guess I get burned with, I don't know, pine. More piles of wood. And yes, good photo, yeah. And behind me they are burning the bodies.
Another one.
They're just carrying one body in now. There, that procession, and then down next to the river Ganges, there's a couple more bodies waiting. One's going in the water right now to be washed before it gets burned, and then I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fires with bodies on them. Crazy. Again today, like yesterday and the day before, every day on this trip, I feel like the luckiest guy that ever lived. Had a few beers, thinking about having a bang lassie. Next thing that happens is giggles. For sure. Tried to buy a train ticket to Mumbai today, but they're all sold out on every single train, on every single seat for the next 2 weeks. So tomorrow morning I'm just going to go to the train station and bum on a train and see whether anybody kicks me off. Best plan.
Oh, do something interesting then. You have to dance. Yeah.
That's it. I just got my final tickets. I'm heading to Goa now and sit on a beach, but I have got some hardcore travelling ahead of me. Like 3 days in a train basically. It's going to be miserable, but at the end I get a beer in Goa. So I'm going to be on a train this time tomorrow and this time the day after. It's a really long train journey. I tell you what, I can remember getting in the back of those things, travelling through the middle of the Sahara Desert. Oh look, same coal in the back as well, horrible. That's my train just arriving there. Now this is the first time on my whole trip in India that I am taking a air-conditioned train. The rest of the time normally it's just a plain old sleeper, so we'll see how it works out for me. And these are the samosas that I've just been eating, which were delicious. So buying the most expensive ticket on the train didn't work out so well for me after all. I left my telephone charging here, surrounded by all the richer people, and it got stolen. So that's really crazy, because for 2 months I've been travelling on the cheap seats where all the poor people travel and never had any problems with anything. Never even chained my bag and never got anything stolen. And first time I go for the most expensive ticket, straight away something gets robbed. Unbelievable, eh? Never mind. So I got so flipping pissed off with having my iPhone stolen that I was right next to the airport and I thought, fuck it, I'm going to go home. I've had enough. It pissed me off. So, I'm going home. Off to America next week though. Okay, haven't slept for 3 days. I'm at Heathrow and about to get on a bus to Banbury, of all places. So, been in the UK for a few days, drunk a couple of times, and been really nice weather, so I got even more sunburn than I did in India, and now I am off to Boston to see Harvard University and all that goes with that. Yeah, so leaving this delicious English weather to go and get on an aeroplane to fly to cold, freezing, miserably wet Boston in Canada. So I arrived in Boston. I don't have a credit card, so getting a car hire has been really difficult. It has to be car hire because basically everything else is so bloody expensive. Trains, buses, aeroplanes, ridiculously priced. So have to hire a car, and I think I found a way tomorrow. Go to the airport and just steal one. Yeah, this is sort of the centre of Boston, and that fellow over there is called John. And he's going to try and make the journey to Niagara Falls with me tomorrow as well. And now we're going to go to Cheers, where they made the film, the TV series, and drink a beer. Okay, from now on in, there are two choices. First choice, pop in, have a quick look, everything goes sweet, nothing too serious, leave and go and do some sightseeing and get shit done. Second choice, tomorrow morning, I wake up not remembering anything from this point on, and that's it. The rest of the day in Boston goes to shit. Who wants to go and see Harvard University anyway? I'm inside Cheers. That's my beer, and ironically, it's a fisherman's beer. So that sort of fits me. Cheers. Okay, a couple of beers there, and now I'm going to go to Harvard University. Okay, this is Harvard University. I don't know, I guess the camera makes it look a bit rubbish, but it is quite impressive. Lots of very clever people went here. Yeah, so this statue here says John Harvard on the front of it, and the Chinese dudes are having their photograph taken in front of this dude, but he didn't actually found the university at all. It's just a statue of a bloke called John Harvard. So yeah, came to Enterprise Car Rental to rent this car. I ordered a small car, but I've got a Volkswagen Jetta that's going to take me and John Boy over here to Niagara Falls today. Okay, we've been driving for like 8 hours in this car. Almost got pulled over by a copper about an hour in for speeding, but then he went past us and pulled over the guy in front of us, so that was excellent. Canada is right there. And Niagara Falls is right that way, over there. We've seen it, you can see the mist coming up, it looks flipping amazing. And so we've decided we're going to go over to Canada tonight. We're going to sleep in the American side tonight, but we're going to go over to Canada and have a look, see from the Canadian side, because apparently it's way cooler. Okay, so John's gone to look at parking options, and while he's doing that, I'm going to take a sneaky look at Niagara Falls. There they are. Brilliant. As well as being at Niagara Falls, I am also in Canada. Dude, I came to thinking Niagara Falls, man. I can't believe it. I came to Niagara Falls. I'm standing in Canada. Brilliant! That's a really lot of water. I mean, it's still really far away, but it's a really lot of water. And then there's a little one over there. And that's America right there, and I'm standing in Canada still. Yeah, so when I got here, I was thinking Iguazu Falls on the Brazilian-Argentinian border was a little bit more impressive and bigger. Okay, they are more spread out, but that right there, that's a real lot of water, man.